couldn't hear the slurp, Dad. That was really sad. There you go!
Slurp of tea.
Today we're doing Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well done. What is this?
Oh, sorry.
What are we watching tonight, kids?
Yes, and today we're watching Pirates of the Caribbean. Isla's not joining us because she doesn't want to watch them.
So we've watched all of them, haven't we?
We have watched all of them.
But
we went to the cinema to see the newest released one as well.
yeah, but recently on Disney Plus we watched 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
So we're
4
mainly
I don't really like.
we're mainly talking about 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
But we'll probably reference 4 and 5.
Yeah. Also, I'm sorry. Before time in our house, we call it Pirates of the Caribbean. If we ever say it,
you sent me a message saying, "Do you want to watch Pirates
of the Caribbean?"
Of the Caribbean. And I was like, "Oh, is that Perutas of the Caribbean?"
And you're like, put them together.
Yeah, and then you're like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Pilates of the Caribbean." And it just went downhill from there. So, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes.
5 movies.
Yes.
I hate Jack Sparrow.
Ah!
Yep. I don't like him. Bet
Why?
you didn't expect that, did you?
Why?
He is such an annoying Muppet.
Well, that's what you are.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, he's a cool annoying Muppet.
Also, how dare you not? I will slap. You are telling a joke. You
let's-
are telling a joke, thank God.
No, I don't. I'm not. He is such. He's a shit stirrer. If he was a D&D alignment, he would be neutral evil. He is only out for himself.
That's a geek thing for all you geeks out there.
Yeah, that's fine, because all the geeks will get it and all the other people will.
We'll just question our beings.
Right.
How
and if
dare
you don't get it, you're not a geek.
Get on our levels, bro.
Yeah, get on our level. The first film then. Okay.
He's not really a shit stirrer because he was abandoned by himself.
Language!
You did it yourself!
I know, but you're younger. You can't swear. I can. Right.
Sugar stirrer.
Yeah, sure.
Doesn't sound as intimidating.
It doesn't, no.
But he's been abandoned on this island by Captain Barbossa and his original crew. And he was just left to die on an island with a pistol. Luckily, later on in the movie, you find out how. But right now we're going to say sea turtles and back hair. And he kind of just wants to go back and find a ship and get Barbossa.
Yeah, but I'm not so worried about that side of it, because like in the first one, he knows that it's Will Turner is Bootstrap Bill's son.
Yes, because Bootstrap Bill actually, and him liked each other.
Yeah, so he knows that Will's the one. So even though they take Elizabeth away, he knows it's Will Turner.
Oh, what's the word he used? Like your fun boozle or something.
For what?
It was like, is this an any count about a damsel in distress? You're a fan boot. It's like, we called Mum that one. You called Mum.
We called Mum lots of things.
No, it was
Don't tell her though.
we were watching the movie, and when Bill Turner comes into the jail and asks Jack Sparrow for help, Jack's like, "Is this for revenge? Is this for a damsel or your..."
Yeah, damsel in distress.
And then, no, but he used a different word afterwards instead of in distress. We had a whole laughing fit about it.
And it's completely gone out of your mind?
Yes.
I don't remember this at all, but hey, that's fine. And we're going to have to pause this to find out.
No.
Are you sure?
It'll come to me.
I can pause this.
It'll come to me.
Okay, pausing in 3,
2, 1.
Okay, are we recording it? Yeah. And we're back.
After about 10 minutes of searching, the word we're looking for is said strumpet. If you love someone, they are your strumpet.
No, if you love them, they're your strumpet.
They're your strumpet.
No, strumpet. Strumpet's just strumpet's a woman that you're chasing after. God's sake, Neve! This is the least organised podcast ever.
Strumpet! We can just edit it all out.
That's no fun.
That's so fun.
No. Besides, people might want to hear what a strumpet is. You can't... How do you spell strumpet?
Strumpet.
A female prostitute. There we go. That is the definition of strumpet.
He called them a swan.
A woman who has many casual sexual encounters or relationships.
So do not call your wife. You called Mum a strumpet!
And it's also a cafe on where is this? William Street in Edinburgh. So
We
there's
gotta go to this.
so there's a
one.
strumpet just up the road from us. Good. We can go in there. Get crumpet from the strumpet. Coffee and crumpet, please, strumpet. So, anyway, having just watched 5 minutes of Pirates of the Caribbean to find out a strumpet's a woman of negotiable affection.
It sounds super like...
We should just delete this to start again. This is horrific. Back to our original point 10 minutes ago after the strumpet conversation. Jack Sparrow knows that Will Turner is the key to breaking the curse, but he doesn't tell anybody. The reason he doesn't tell anybody is
because
he wants to be
go
the one.
along.
Yeah, and he wants to be the one that kills Barbossa so he can get his ship back.
And I get that. If someone just, chucks you off your boat, humiliates your life and doesn't have your boat for 10 years, then yeah, I would want to kill the person.
Yeah, but in the first one he's not that bad. In the first one he's alright, but he is always out for himself, which is kind of funny because you have Will, who's very noble and upstanding, and you have what's his name, Commodore Norris.
Yeah, Commodore Norris.
Who wants to marry Elizabeth, is the other love interest.
Okay, so first of all, if you've watched all the movies...
We'll assume everybody's watched the movies.
Okay, everyone's watched the movies. At one point in the show, Jack liked Elizabeth. Elizabeth kind of liked Jack, but not really. Jack and Turner, they both love each other. Commodore...
Hold on, Jack and Turner?
No, Elizabeth and Turner. Sorry, Elizabeth and Turner, they loved each other and they got married. Commodore Norrington. Chuck Norris. We should be more organised than this. Loved Elizabeth Swann. Elizabeth Swann did not love him back. Any other love triangle, square things, circles? Oh, the pirate captain from Singapore liked Miss Swan.
Well, no,
for only one purpose.
He thought that she was he thought she was Calypso. Hold on, we're getting ahead of ourselves now, though. So, having covered all these love triangles at you. Good movie?
I think the first one is a good movie. The story, I do actually get the storyline of this cursed treasure and...
Now, we went years ago to Disneyland Paris.
We did.
And we did the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Many times.
Lots and lots. Who really, really, really liked the Pirates of the Caribbean ride?
Me.
Okay.
I love, for some reason, I love the fall when the ceiling of this apparently abandoned house just collapses and you just fall down. I love that.
Yes. But you hate roller coasters, but you
like
that
But I
one.
don't like... Okay, so...
Anyway...
If you don't see where you're going, it's fine. If you see that you're about to drop to your death...
You're not going to drop to your death.
Oblivion.
Well, nobody's died on it.
But
you drop...
To your death, but you somehow resurrect.
You're resurrected. Right, anyway, so, you went on it. We loved it. It does have some similarities. Actually, watching it this time, because I was watching it for this, I noticed more of the similarities in the ride. Mm. I know they've changed the one in America. So the Pirates of the Caribbean ride in America has the original Pirates of the Caribbean ride has been amended to include some of the movie Pirates of the Caribbean stuff. Mm-hmm. So there's an actual Jack Sparrow. I think there's a few other bits. The standout bits are the bit because there's no undead pirates on the ride.
No. Because it'd be really hard to do that from different angles. You see different.
Oh, Disney can do some pretty amazing stuff. I mean, they have ghosts in the haunted house, so
yeah,
like proper see-through ghosts. So that's
we
pretty
don't
cool.
talk about the haunted house.
The haunted house is an awesome ride, but yeah, so they don't have actually any actual undead on that ride. It's just normal pirates. But you go to Tortuga, and I think there's a ship crash, and you sail past through a ship's battle between the British or the East India Trading Company and a pirate ship. Mm-hmm. So I mean, the ride's pretty good. So the first movie, good.
First movie is really good. I have to say, first time I watched it, I really hated Barbossa. But now, rewatching it and watching all the movies, I really like Barbossa. I love how he's portrayed.
Okay, so
I love Jack the Monkey. Jack the Monkey's
Jack the Monkey's awesome.
He I know he's in dead, but you still feel like he's gonna die for some reason.
So over the 3 movies, or over the 5 if you want, who are the best characters?
Okay, we're gonna leave the 5th one out right now.
Are we?
We are, because all the characters that are in the first 4 are not in the 5th one. So right now I'm cutting the 5th one out.
Hold on, what do you mean?
So, I know the pirate crew, Jack Sparrow's pirate crew, is in the 5th one, but not all of them.
Okay.
Also, you don't see Calypso, you don't see
Well, no,
Davy Jones.
Calypso's gone away. Davy Jones
You don't see him.
You've
got a new
Well, hold on. End credit scene.
Oh, true.
You see somebody walking.
You see a hand and it's dripping.
Yeah, and you see a claw. You see something.
You see a claw, not a hand, but his hand.
Yeah.
But
then you
also
don't.
The villain is, I have to say, in the new movie, I kind of did.
Salazar,
he's the Spanish general.
Yeah.
I did prefer him over Davy Jones because I just thought Davy Jones was an emotional wreck.
Number 1 is Barbossa. 2 and 3 is Davy Jones. 4 is Blackbeard, and 5 is Salazar. Okay, question for you. Here you go.
Go.
Which 3 characters
Free.
have been in all 5 Pirates movies?
All 5 pirate movies.
So one is obviously Jack Sparrow.
Barbossa. He's been in every one. With Blackbeard, he had the wooden leg and he took it out and he had a bottle of rum in it.
Yes.
And then the last one, he's his daughter.
So who's the other character?
And in the first movie they met him with Sleeping with the Pigs and Jack poured a bottle of rum on top of him.
The first mate.
Yeah, first mate. What's his name?
Gibbs.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the only 3. Barbossa is only in the second one at the very end when he walks down the steps and comes back alive. But yeah, so technically those are the only 3 actors that have been in all 5 Pirates of the Caribbean films.
Oh, wait, you're wrong.
Who?
Jack the Monkey is in every single Pirate of the Caribbean.
Jack the Monkey's CGI, I think.
Still a character.
No, he's not in 4. I'm not even sure if he's in 5.
He is in 4. He is in 5 because Barbossa always has Jack the Monkey with him.
Okay, maybe. I wouldn't count him as a character.
And also, the one who is one of the crewmen who's blind, who has the power on his shoulder.
He's not in the.
Is he not in the new one?
He's not in the 4th one because remember in the 4th one it's not Jack's crew.
True.
It's Blackbeard's crew.
Yeah.
They need Jack and the compass.
And his crew to get to this.
No, they need him in the map to get to the Fountain of Youth. That's what it is.
Jack goes by himself, but Barbossa is teamed up with the Royals.
Well, Barbossa's teamed up with the British Navy because Blackbeard stole the Black Pearl. And Barbossa wants to get him back. And he needed a ship, so he becomes a Commodore. Which I actually think is the funniest one for out of all the characters, I like Barbossa the most.
You like Barbossa the most?
Yeah.
I have to say, Barbossa's a great character.
The first one, I kind of feel bad for him because he's like I know he's a bad guy, but you feel bad for him as well because he was doing piratey things. And he ends up cursed. And then in the second
one character I actually feel bad for.
Who?
And that's Davy Jones. Because the one day he gets to see the love of his life, she didn't show up.
But as she pointed out, she's the sea. The sea is like that. It's
but one day, you could have one day.
But he still loves her.
True, and that's why I feel so sad for him. I'm just like, it's been another 10 years. I feel so
but the
bad
problem,
for her.
but the thing is...
Also, she's the sea. She could come on like the Flying Dutchman, like just say a quick hi, kiss on the cheek, bye-bye. But she never did that, did she?
No, but then he had her cast into a human body. That's why.
That was after the first 10 years.
Yeah,
So she still could have met him because she is technically the sea.
Yeah, but he never tried anything, and then he stopped doing his job.
But
bad Davy Jones.
But before he stopped doing his job, he made Calypso into human form. That's how he
ended up the way he was.
Yes.
Okay, so that's us gone roundabout topics. So that's 1 done. 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
Back to back. So you don't
Bill. Let's start with him because he is one of the most important people in these 2 movies to me.
Why?
Because it sets in motion a lot of things. Bill Turner, British Jack Bill, tells Jack Sparrow his 13 years of owning the Black Pearl are done, and shows
it's 10 years. He only had it for 3, I think it was.
No, it's 13.
Was it 13 years?
13 years. And gives him the black spot.
The black spot! Which is a huge part of the Muppets Treasure Island.
It is.
Which, let's be honest...
Is it better than Pirates of the Caribbean?
Oh.
You don't know, my dad loves the Muppets. He does great impressions of the Muppets as well.
See if you had Jack Sparrow and
Beaker.
If Jack Sparrow was Beaker, and then you had Tim Curry, who was Blackbeard. Tim Curry should have played Blackbeard in Pirates 4, because that would have been hilarious. Because he could have had the lobster Polly on his shoulder.
Yeah, the lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he is absolutely awesome. I remember going to see that in the cinema, and it was like full of screaming kids. And I absolutely loved it. All these kids laughing and giggling along, and then we're singing, "We've got cabin fever, we've all gone insane. We've got cabin fever, something's on our brain. We've been at sea for days." Anyway, right, enough of that.
Yeah, this is what my dad is. My dad is a human child.
So the black spot. It's Billy Connolly gets the black spot in Muppets Treasure Island. So yes.
Also, also is Will Turner's dad, and that's how. Bill Turner finds out where the key to the chest is because of him, because they played that game.
Yes, he just wanted to know where the key was.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is the one where Jack annoys me more.
Jack is quite annoying in this movie, I will say. I do not hate him though.
Yeah, the second one. I mean, I'm glad he dies at the end, but they obviously had to go back. I think the third one just goes off the rails with his craziness. Like the bit where he's on a ship full of him.
Do you know how long that took him to film that?
How long?
Because it wasn't actually in the script. It was actually his idea.
Okay.
To show that how mad that Jack is. That took 3 months of filming to get that scene.
But the problem is, I just don't think it's worth it. And then there's the scene at the end where there's the three of them. You think that he's out of the locker and all his extra people have gone away, and then every now and again he gets like a wee Jack Sparrow, like devil and angel, turns up on his shoulder telling him what to do. I just think that whole scene is pointless. And the third film is like nearly 3 hours long. I think if they'd have just had Jack on a boat in the sea, and he just couldn't get anything to work, or if he did one thing, something else went wrong, or it's like, he can't steer the ship because the anchor's down. When he pulls the anchor up, he has to then set the sails. Once he set the sails,
something else is wrong.
Yeah, he can't do every job at the same time, so he ends up getting nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I think something like that would have been, and basically that's his kind of mental prison. He's stuck doing the same things over and over again, and he can't go anywhere until the others turn up.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a little bit off topic right here, but it's like the same thing. But in Greek mythology, there was Hades put someone in a prison because this person wanted to have sex with his wife. What's her name? Persephone, and so he trapped him in like this room, and it has a massive stairway, and he has 2 like weights on his shoulder, and every time he gets to the top, one weight always falls down.
Oh, okay.
So he has to do it again and again. So that's kind of the same thing, like you're just doing the same thing for eternity, over and over.
And that's why you should make your bed in the morning.
No,
because
it's not.
Because if you don't, when you go to hell,
you'll have to make
your bed continually. Until you can't get into your bed until it's made, and every time you move around your bed to make it, it ends up unmade on the other side.
Oh,
eternity.
What about
right
the floor?
next to your bed. Oh no, you can't sleep on the floor. The floor's wet.
What's better than making bed? You could just pull the covers off the bed, put it on the floor, sleep on the floor.
Yeah, but then what happens?
Life's hacks, bro.
But then this is Satan. This is hell we're talking about. You probably throw it on the floor, turn around, and the bed's still unmade. You can't get onto the bed until.
Oh god.
That would be your hell. But anyway, so I think the whole boat scene is pretty pointless.
I like the idea if when it's like you have to flip upside down so you're the right way for the sun to set, so you rise to the next day.
Yes.
I actually quite like that.
That was quite cool. I mean, there's some good. I mean, the battle at the end is really good, where they're.
It's really good.
Next to the maelstrom, and they're going round and round in circles.
Mm-hmm.
On
and the
water.
amount of water splashing on their face isn't like that really like bad stuff like yeah.
Yes.
It's actually like you're getting beaten down with water.
But I think the second one is where Jack goes off tangent a little bit, and is a bit more self-centered, and then the third one I think he's just way off. And though I do like the idea that you end up with like sometimes you end up with Jack on one side and Elizabeth becomes the queen, and then you've got Will Turner ends up on the side with the East India Trading Company because...
You also told me a really interesting fact about the king of pirates, or the rule keeper, Jack's dad.
Yes.
Will you please elaborate to these people who are hearing this?
What?
The person who played Jack Sparrow's dad is a very drunk bass player in a band.
Well, he's a guitar player. It's Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones. Everybody knows that.
And
Everybody should know that.
And apparently...
And hold on, do you know any Rolling Stones songs?
I don't know.
No, I had to play her music from the... She's got a t-shirt of the 40 Licks Rolling Stone t-shirt. Doesn't know any Rolling Stones songs.
It's a really good t-shirt.
Keith Richards comes on. I said, "Oh, that's Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones." That's who he modelled himself on. So Johnny Depp originally modelled himself thinking that pirates would be more like rock stars, and he thought, if I was going to be a rock star, I'd be Keith Richards.
If I would be a rock star.
But Keith Richards was supposed to... Some of that scene, I think, was supposed to be in the second movie.
But apparently he was too drunk to actually show up.
Yeah, and even when he did show up, I believe he was still quite drunk.
Well, at least go in with a bang, you know, like, oh, how...
Well, he's Keith Richards, not like he needs the money.
Not sure.
Speaking of money...
Oh, no, money
Here
time.
we go, it's money time. It's facts and figures time. Let's have a look at this. Curse of the Black Pearl cost $140 million.
Okay, I believe
and it
that.
took $654 million worldwide, okay?
That's really good.
Dead Man's Chest cost $225 million, so up $85 million.
But there was that circle fight with the three people on this massive...
on the water wheel.
Yeah, water
That was
wheel.
kind of cool.
That's a good
Actually,
fight.
honourable mention, Norrington, who is played by... Hold on, I still have the sheet here. Norrington. Jack Davenport. His character's quite interesting. I feel quite bad that he gets... His death scene in the third film's a bit kind of brushed under the rug. He's just killed and that's it. Like, he doesn't even put up a decent fight
He
against...
does, because he whacks his sword, but his sword just gets, like, broken in half. He goes, Nyeh.
Yeah, I know, but he's a Commodore. He should be better. So I thought he could have had a better
death
fight,
scene.
especially after they have the big fight on the beach and on the water wheel and stuff
That
like
was a great fight. That was top notch.
There's some
Bravo.
There's some good sword fights in there. Anyway, so Dead Man's Chest cost $225 million. It took $1.06 billion.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
So based on that, World's End cost $300 million.
World's End does have a lot of stuff to choreograph.
Slightly more than doubled from the first film. We've more than doubled it, and it took $963 million. Okay, so for like 3, 4, 5, 6, for 600 and what's that? $60 million. It took about $2.5 billion back. Okay. Stranger Tides, the fourth one.
Yes.
Cost $379 million.
Oh.
Took just over $1 billion.
Oh. The newest movie I knew took a lot of money because there was a lot of things you could buy.
The last thing, Dead Men Tell No Tales, or what's it on Stranger Tides? Depending on where you are in the world, depends on what it's called, because it's Dead Men Tell No Tales and Salazar's Revenge or something like that.
Salazar's Revenge is here.
Is it?
Here, and also in America it's Salazar's Revenge. And I know it takes a lot of money because if you went into any toy shop or clothes shop, there's a lot of stuff for it. And
but
a lot of people.
That's separate to the actual
But
cinema.
also a lot of people. I knew everyone in my class went to see it.
Okay, so the cost drops down to $230 million.
Oh, I didn't
from
not expect
379,
that.
but it only took $788 million.
Really?
So it goes. It's this after the first one, Black Pearl. It's the next one, and then it jumps up to World's End, Dead Man's Chest, and Stranger Tides. Johnny Depp got paid $10 million for the first one.
Okay, that was really well done.
He then got paid $20 million for the second one.
$30 million.
He then got paid $50 for
Oh
the third
God!
one. Guess how much he got for the fourth one?
10,000.
$55.5 million.
Oh,
And guess how much he got for the fifth one?
I don't want to guess.
So the fifth one, I believe he'd done some sort of deal where he gets profits and stuff like that. I don't think he got an upfront fee. But the only thing I could find is that he got roughly $90 million.
Oh God!
So of the
He does not need that, but bruh.
No. Orlando Bloom apparently got 12 million for part 2 and part 3. I couldn't find out any of the other parts that he did. And Jeffrey Rush got 5 million for the first movie, but I can't find out how much he got. Barbossa. Yeah. Apparently on the first one, I read this the other day, Jack Davenport was speaking to caterers or something like that, and they had an unlimited budget for food and snacks and stuff.
Oh
but
my god!
Apparently on paperwork and the accounts, it turned up that
Deliveroo,
there was...
anyone?
Yeah, $2 million worth of Deliveroo.
Was it actually Deliveroo?
Well, no, but I mean, can you imagine? That was what their budget technically was on paper. For snacks, for water, for food.
Well, you would need a lot
$2 million.
of food, but because there's a lot of fighting scenes, you need a lot of stamina to do all the stuff.
True, and there's a lot of weird places they film at. So,
yes, and there's a lot of in Targuza? No. Tortuga. There's
Targuza.
Sorry.
Targuza sounds like someone from Star Wars.
Oh, that sounds like a planet. The Targuza region.
The Targuza Empire is under attack from the Sparafians. The Sparafians.
You know, if you're a Star Wars fan, can you make fan art about what a Targuga was?
The Targugians.
Targugians would look like, and post them
Anyway,
online.
do you know who else was considered for the role of Jack Sparrow?
Oh, it's gonna come to me, but not anytime soon. No. I saw this online literally yesterday.
Literally yesterday or figuratively yesterday?
Both.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you?
Yes.
Jim Carrey.
I knew it.
He couldn't do it because he was busy filming Bruce Almighty.
Oh, but I'm so glad he did Bruce Almighty.
They also considered Matthew McConaughey.
Don't know who he is.
No, that's fine, but he's a very handsome Texas actor. Guess who was considered for the role of Will Turner?
Oh, only Orlando Bloom. Oh, wait,
nope.
wait. It'd probably be like something like Leonardo DiCaprio, like Brad
nope.
Pitt or something.
Nope.
Who?
The Joker, Heath Ledger.
No.
Yep. The only reason he didn't get it is Orlando Bloom won out because...
He's attractive?
Because he'd finished doing the Lord of the Rings films. And they thought the way the Lord of the Rings... Because Curse of the Black Pearl came out in 2003... which is also the time when the final Lord of the Rings film came out. Or maybe it was the second one, I can't remember. But they felt that they could piggyback his success from Lord of the Rings into this movie.
Yeah, and he's a great actor. He is really good from Lord of the Rings.
What else have I got down here? Other fun facts. Only 3 characters appear in all 5 movies. We've covered that. The actors didn't actually know that Barbossa was coming back at the end of the second film.
So that was their actual genuine reaction?
Yes.
That's really smart.
There's a scene earlier where they go to the voodoo house, or what's her name? Callisto's house. Yeah. And Jack Sparrow looks through and you see a pair of pirate boots. But you can't really tell what they are. It's just a pair of black pirate boots.
Yes. That could be anything.
In the first film, there is a female. Now, hold on, let me just see if I've still got this here. There's a female pirate.
Who wears red in Tortuga,
yeah, and she's a black British actress. She's a black British actress. I can't remember what her name is. I don't know if she played Moneypenny, but anyway, she did the first film, and then she didn't come back for the second and third films because she hated the experience. So there was various other things she didn't like about it, the way she was treated, etc., etc.
Maybe she didn't get enough snacks.
Maybe she didn't get enough snacks, but
maybe her Deliveroo did not come in on time.
I think she had some proper complaints about it, though, the way she was treated. Anyway, so they said it was supposed to be her coming back, and she would be the one taking them. So when they read the script, they thought it was this actress that was coming back, and then Jeffrey Rush walks down as Barbossa.
Yes.
Also, the scene where, what's her name? Elizabeth Swann kisses Johnny Depp.
Elizabeth Swann. You said Swan.
I said Swan.
You said Swan. I've
got the recording here. I can check.
You said Swan.
Okay, fine. Fine! Be like that, you child! The scene where Elizabeth Swann kisses Sparrow and then she handcuffs him to the thing. They were actually just supposed...
I was there like, oh, there's some real good stuff! And how Turner...
He was... Sorry, and Will Turner sees her. She's only supposed to be speaking to him. And
that was all improvised.
And the kiss is improvised. So Orlando Bloom's reaction is real as well.
He was there like...
Because he didn't realise that there was going to be kissing.
You could just mentally see in his brain he was just screaming.
No, he wasn't. He was just surprised.
In his brain, he would have been screaming.
Mentally
like,
screaming. Neely, in my brain right now, I'm mentally pooing myself, alright? This is painful, my butt hurts. I'm just kidding. And the only other interesting thing I thought is the actor that taught the person that taught the actors how to sword fight, taught Darth Vader how to sword fight, and he doubles as Darth Vader in some of the lightsaber fights in the Star Wars films.
Oh, those are quite good facts.
So those are my interesting facts. So 2 and 3, I still think 1's the best.
1 is the best for me. 2 and 3, they're okay.
3's too long.
3 is too long. I would cut back in a few parts because in some parts it's like you really don't need this scene.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need all this drama.
Yeah, I don't think, like I said, I don't think you need the whole madness thing. 4.
4 I liked and disliked. There's parts that I really liked, like there's a good comedy, but the idea about this, the boy fall in love with the siren, and the siren had to get murdered. I was like, that you don't need to do this. This is another like 20 minutes about the siren's tears and like.
Do they let her go?
They don't let her go. They kill her. Do they? Or she gets away and drags the boy with her.
We'll need to rewatch that one. 4 I don't mind, but yeah, the thing is, I know in the, so by the time you've watched the second and third one, you've got like, you know, spiritual man fishy beasties. You've got the Kraken, you've got Davy Jones and the Kraken, and you've got all this kind of supernatural stuff, I suppose you could call it. It's a bit weird and out there, but for some reason having a mermaid in the 4th one just...
It wasn't a mermaid, it was a siren.
Yeah, I know, but they're fishy tails and stuff like that.
They're fishy tails.
Yeah, so they're mermaids. But yeah, it just doesn't sit right with me for some reason.
Yeah.
It just seems a bit out there.
It's a bit everywhere, and then at the end of the movie, the cups are destroyed, and I'm just like, I just want...
At least Davy Jones, I could kind of like justify it, because it's like his job is a spiritual job. He's got to ferry the dead.
Yes. And
so he's been cursed. So I get that. I just can't get the idea of there actually being proper mermaids in the film. And then the 5th one, I think, is just completely off the rails.
Oh!
I don't mind Salazar is really good. Jack annoys me because I like the scene with the house.
I like the scene where he's apparently supposed to get married to this girl who has like he has rabies, syphilis, whatever other stuff you have.
Right, so rabies is an animal disease.
Yes.
And syphilis is a
disease.
There's
some other stuff chucked in there as well.
Daddy points to pee-pee. It's a pee-pee disease. And a flower disease.
Oh god, don't give me the talk.
That's how it transmits anyway. But so yeah, he's got that scene. But at the beginning you see him and he gives away the compass. And he's just a rubbish character.
In the last movie, I do not really like him that much. There's one scene I can never understand what they're all saying, and when Barbossa's daughter, actually, can you get the names up right now? Because they're probably at home.
Anyway, it's okay. But
Barbossa's daughter is saying how she studies the stars, can tell where they are.
Oh, astrology.
Astrology. And they're all like, she does astrology, and they're like, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
And they're like, my mum was an astrologer, it's nothing to be ashamed about. And I'm sitting here like, is there like a inside joke? Is there like a type of like...
He wants her to be his strumpet. That's what it is, Nebbies.
Oh, they must confuse it then.
I don't know. But there's that, and I also don't get, it's like, by the time you've watched this one, and you go back through it all, from 2003 to, when was that one released? 2017, so that's 14 years. In the 14 years of Pirates of the Caribbean, Barbossa has never had a daughter, and all of a sudden, like a 20-year-old daughter turns up.
No, you do not. Okay, so he never told anyone he had a daughter. He never told anyone he had a love life because he was scared his love was going to die. Okay. Sadly, his love did die, and he did not want to look at this child because he was about to go into the fourth movie, kind of.
Well, no, it can't have been as late as that.
Well, earlier than that then. And so he dropped her off at an orphanage in mainland.
Then didn't she have a tattoo or something like that?
She had a book. This book had a gem that was from...
In the front of it?
That was from a place where no man can see.
Okay.
And it's like the stars, and there's quotes in it of the stars, and that's where they find the trident.
Yeah. No, I see. It just seems a bit. I like Barbossa through it all, and he kind of. I know at the end of the last one, he tries to redeem himself by giving his life to save her, but
it's so sad. That's the fun fact. Neve, has never cried in a movie. That movie almost made me cry. I was
a cold-hearted strumpet.
Look, how dare you? I've never cried in a movie. I've never died of laughter in a movie. I don't
know. I've heard you listening to your TikToks and stuff like that. You were giggling away the other night at something.
No, it wasn't TikTok. I was watching YouTube.
YouTube. But yeah, you seem to giggle when you're. So no, and the fourth one, I like the idea that they're going to reboot it now. Actually, which is why we started watching them again, because for the podcast and because they're going to apparently going to reboot it with Harley Quinn.
I'm really excited for her because I really love how she portrays Harley Quinn, and I love just. For some reason, when you listen to her in interviews, she's actually really funny. Yeah. In interviews, and I really I think she would be a great pirate. And if in Tortuga. Thank you. In Tortuga, you see her on top of a bucket, holding a bottle of rum in a red dress, and that's who's going to be in the new movie.
Yeah, it's assumed that she's going to be the pirate queen from the ride. I can't remember what her name is. It's something strange like Redhead Annie or something like that.
Danny.
Annie.
Oh, I was
not Redhead Granny.
I said Danny.
Well, not Redhead Danny either. No idea. Yeah, that's who it's assumed she's going to be. This character that wears a big red dress and stuff like that.
And she took over from Elizabeth Swann.
No, she's not taking over from Elizabeth.
Well, then how's she going to be the pirate queen?
What?
You said pirate. Well, Elizabeth Swann is the pirate king.
Yeah, but Elizabeth Swann's now settled down with.
Yeah, so she must have taken over.
This is the thing. We'll need to see when it's set, because it might be set alongside the other films.
It might be set way before the other films.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. But do you think
it might be really interesting if it was set when they were voting to get Calypso in human form? That would be quite a good movie.
No, I think the problem is that's been done.
Has it?
Well, yeah, it's been done in the film that we watched.
No, like actually seeing them, how bad was Calypso being? What was she actually doing?
Back at the start, yeah.
Stuff like that.
That made them do that. But then they'd have to get, what's his name back? Davy Jones.
Yeah, that'll be fine with me.
Do you think it's going to be better or worse without Johnny Depp?
Or
do you think it matters?
I love Johnny Depp, personally. I love the movies he's been in. I like how he acts. I do not think it's going to be a defining factor of the movie. It's still going to be Pirates of the Caribbean.
They paid him $90 million to get back for the fifth one.
Yeah, he is. I really love his acting, and I think he's a really good Jack Sparrow. If someone else was going to play Jack Sparrow, yes, I would always think Johnny Depp would be better. But because they're not playing Jack Sparrow and playing a different part of the Caribbean back in that time, I do not think it's going to be a defining factor that this movie's going to be way worse because Jack Sparrow's not in it.
Yeah, I mean, technically it's Pirates of the Caribbean. It's not specifically.
It's not
him.
It's not Captain Jack Sparrow of the Caribbean. The
reason they called the first one Curse of the Black Pearl is because they originally thought if we call it Pirates of the Caribbean, we'll have to do Pirates of the Caribbean 2, 3, 4. They thought if we call it Pirates of the Caribbean and give it a sub-name, we can make other movies.
That always confused me because I'd be on. We have Disney Plus. I'd be on there and I'd just be looking at the movies okay, which one is it? I know that's the first one. I know that's the last one. Don't know what these are in between. I'd just be sitting there.
Look at the dates.
Sure, I could look at the dates, but I don't know the dates.
But it's not as much fun as just guessing and watching a film and watching it in the wrong order.
Oh, I have done that.
Seems fair. Right, are we going to call it quits at that?
No, there's one thing I have to talk about. One last thing.
What?
What's the saddest death? Swan's dad, that strapped Bill. Well, no, Will Turner when he gets his heart cut out.
Well, no, you can't really say, well, right, okay, I'm telling you, you're going to exclude Will Turner because technically Will Turner's still alive because he comes back in the fifth movie.
Commodore
Norrington,
sorry.
I don't...
Barbossa or Davy Jones.
Well, so, Barbossa's the bad guy, so technically when he dies, you don't really care about him.
No, I found that really sad.
Yeah, there is a bit of emotion because he can finally feel, which makes him happy. but unfortunately...
No, the second time he dies. The second time he dies.
The second time, at the end of the fifth movie?
Yes.
I liked him. He does redeem himself. I think his best story is actually in the fourth movie, where he ends up working for the British. I like him. I mean, I like him as a pirate in the first one, but I think it's kind of
he's a good pirate.
A nice twist in the fourth one where he's working with the British to try and capture the pirates, but he's only doing it to get his ship back, and then he's
in a bottle that they chuck it in the water,
and eventually he'll.
It's like one of those things like grow your own shark,
black pearl.
Like grow your own shark or something. You put it in the water and it grows over.
Or it's just like a miniature ship in a bottle.
Then you chuck it in water and it grows.
Thing. Yeah, but ships in a bottle are a thing.
I know they are.
Okay, so it could just be a ship in a
bottle.
But
I'm just saying how it grows is like when you get those toys like grow your own.
Or those T-shirts that are like the size of dice, and then you put water on them and they expand. Exactly. So no, Barbossa, I don't mind. I think wasted. I don't think you're that bothered that Swan's dad dies because you know he's kind of crossed line. You don't see him that much in the second film or the third film.
You can still feel sad for him. No, like her reaction really like if it was just him on the boat, I would not feel sad. But her reaction to it and how she looked like she was having a massive mental breakdown over.
Well, obviously it wasn't emotional enough to make you cry.
I've never cried.
You cold-hearted woman. No, I don't think. I think the only one I think is wasted is Commodore Norrington. Mm-hmm. I think after the first film, he's a big part in the first film. He's an interesting part in the second film in that he double crosses everybody. He ends up, you end up finding him afterwards, drunk in the bar.
And that bar scene's awesome.
Yeah, and
everyone's just fighting each other.
Yeah, but you see that he's fallen on hard times and what became of him.
Midlife crisis.
And then, well, no, because all of his crew died and stuff because he was tracing.
It's like a midlife crisis.
It's not a midlife crisis. He's just drunk because he's
so been sad. He's gone to alcohol.
Yeah, he's been thrown out of the Navy. Midlife crisis is if he bought a Porsche boat and got a younger woman with big plastic boobies.
Oh, I thought you specified it had to be a woman with plastic boobies.
Well, he loves Elizabeth Swann, therefore he probably wants another woman. Unless he had like a major crisis and he's like, he wants a bear or something like that. He wants a big burly pirate man.
Wait, who was the person up north? Listen, we were up north a few days ago and there was a museum and there was someone, my dad, every time we passed this museum, would make this voice up about this Scottish lady.
We were on Sky and it's cyclist Danny McCaskill's family. And it's the giant something McCaskill. It's not Angus McCaskill.
It is Angus.
No, it's not Angus, but I kept calling him Angus.
And she kept doing this female voice like, "I am Angus, I have a hairy beard and a massive chest."
It's Blackadder's cousin Macadder from Blackadder the Second, a British comedy show, where Blackadder meets his Scottish cousin. He's like, "Oh, how's Angus? Angus is fine. He'll be a strapping young man now, won't he? Angus is a girl," which just always cheers me up. All Anguses are girls.
All Anguses are girl. Oh, I've got so many Anguses in my ear. I'm going to use that against them.
Angus is a girl. Right, that's us. We're done. I've had it.
Sorry for the viewers. This isn't. This is more being of a comedy one, but you know what?
No, I think the problem is the Pirates films made a lot of money.
Yes.
And I can see why people love Jack Sparrow and the whole pirate thing. His character becomes more annoying. I think the fourth one is the only one. The first and the fourth one, he isn't too bad. I think once you get into the third one, he's just off the rails and completely stupid. The fifth one, he's just a drunk that's wasted his whole.
In the second one, he's apparently this chief, and he just says some random words like chicky chicky, bang,
chicky chicky, pinky
collie.
pinky, tutu wacky.
Yeah.
Iba nicky, nibby wibby.
Nibby wibby.
Andy podcasty.
Andy podcasty.
Microphony, turny off yo, uber whippy.
Uber whippy.
There we go.
Okay, so would we recommend people watching them?
Oh yeah, I think you have to watch them.
It's like one of those things like movies you need to watch. I think this
however,
is one you need to watch.
On one hand,
yes.
Would you say it's worth watching all 5 Pirates of the Caribbean?
Oh.
Or 1 Muppets Treasure Island?
All Pirates of the Caribbean over 1 Muppets Treasure Island.
You're wrong. Muppets wins.
No!
See you later. Bye.
We should do the Muppets. We should do the Muppets.
We should do all the Muppet
No, we
films.
should do the...
From the old 70s ones right up to...
I've seen all the Muppets
the
ones.
problem is...
Isla's not seen Treasure Island.
The problem is that the Muppets Treasure Island and as you call it, the Muppets versus Christmas.
Yeah, it's not Muppets Christmas Carol, it's Muppets versus Christmas.
But it's not Muppets versus Treasure Island.
No, because it's just Muppets versus Christmas.
Okay, Muppets versus
It's
Christmas.
it's not Muppets versus Most Wanted. It's Muppets Most Wanted.
I know.
Constantine.
Yeah, but it's Muppets Christmas Carol, but
It's
you
not.
you call it Muppets
not.
versus Christmas.
Gonna get Isla, see if she
No,
agrees.
it's not, because I can ask her in the next podcast.
Okay,
Muppets,
bye.
Muppets Treasure Island. That's it. End of
This is
story.
Neve and that was Dad.
This is
Remind
Dad
you.
and that was Neve. Bye.
Bye.